Hello everyone. In our last tutorial, we have seen the data types theoretically. In this tutorial, we will learn about the data types with a practical approach. So first of all, what you need to do is, as always, create a file, create a new class, give it a name, data types, select the main method, click finish, learning data types. So let's start with the basic data type. What we have studied earlier was in integral data type there were 4 types: byte, short, int and long, all with different sizes. So what those sizes are and what does that mean? Let's have a look. Say byte is of size 8-bit and has a range of -128 to 127. That means whatever value you are gonna assign to byte, it should be in between -128 to 127. If it exceeds this range, it will come in the category of short or it will give you an error. Okay, so let's test the range of byte first. Go to Eclipse, declare a variable. See, this is the way to declare a variable. You have to write a data type first, then a variable, and then a semicolon. As I have told you earlier, every statement must end with a semicolon. That's our declaration. Let's assign a value to a. Let it be 100. It's the definition, or can say initialization. This is the one way to declare or define a value. Another way is byte b is equal to 101. In this, we have declared and defined both in the same line. So this is a declaration and definition of byte. But how will we know that byte is in the range of -128 to 127? So let's just print it out first and see the output. See, what I have done here is I have given a statement to print a line, and to print the variable, what I have done is I have concatenated it with the statement. So whenever you want to print a statement with a variable, you have to concatenate it with the statement. That is, you have to use the plus operator. And if you just want to print the variable, what you have to do is just write the variable. Both will work the same way. Let's execute the command and see. Say, down in the console window, you can see the output as value of byte a is 100. So what I have done here is I have given the statement plus concatenation sign plus our variable. That is, it has printed my variable, and we have got another output as 101. In this, we have given a statement to print the variable only. So both will work the same way. Let's check the range of byte. Let's change the value of a to 128. See, it has given me an error. Type mismatch cannot convert from int to byte. Why is the error? Because as we have studied, byte has a range of -128 to 127. So when it crosses the limit of 127, it will give an error because byte cannot hold a value of 128. But the question arises, why it has given me an error that it cannot convert from int to byte? Why it has not given me an error that it cannot convert from short to byte? Why? Because by default Java consider int as a default data type for integral data types and double as floating point data type. So that's why it will give an error that it cannot convert from int to byte. See, when I change the value to 127, the error has gone. So how come we know that byte has a range of -128 to 127? Let's have a look. As I have told you, byte has a size of 8-bit. That means byte has a value of 256. That means 2 multiplied by 8 times, that is 256. That is 2 raised to power 8 times. We have a size of 256. But as we know that integer has a range from negative to positive. That means we have to divide 256 in 2 parts, negative number and the positive number. So byte will have a range of -128 to 127. Similarly, you can check the range of short data type, integer data type, long data type. Let's take an example for short data type first. Then we will move on with floating type data type. So what I need to write is short, our data type, give it a variable, assign the value. Let's check the range first. Short has a range of -32768 to 32767. That means 32767 is the last of its range. So it will not give me an error if I will give a value of 32767. But what if I will give it a value of 32768? It will give me an error that type mismatch cannot convert from int to short. So you have to be sure about the range first to work with data types. So let's print it out and check, have I done anything wrong? See, we have got our desired output. So similarly, you can test the output with integer and long data type. Right now you are learning data types, but the one thing you must know about data type is which data type to use to store which kind of value. Suppose I need to store a value less than 100, I will be using a byte data type. Suppose I need to store the mobile number, so what will I do? I will use a long data type because that will contain the range of my total mobile numbers. So that's how you are gonna select your data types. You must be particular about that because it will help you save the memory. Our another kind of data type was floating point data types. So let's check it out. As I have told you earlier, we have two type of floating point data types. The first one is float, another one is double. Both are of different sizes and different range. So let's check the range of floating point data type first. Floating point data type means the numbers with decimal numbers. So let's take a variable of floating point data type, float. Let's take a variable f is equal to, give it a value. Let's take 10.2. Put a semicolon. See, it's still giving me an error. And what is that? Type mismatch cannot convert from double to float. As I have told you earlier, double is the by default data type for floating point data type in Java. So when you are using a float kind of data type, you have to add f at the end of the values. You can either write a small f or you can write a capital F like this. F is equal to 20.5 f. Both will work the same way. So let's check the output of floating point data type. See, we have got our output of 20.5. Why we have got 20.5 not 10.2? Because first of all we have assigned a value of f to 10.2, but in the very next line we have given a value of f as 20.5. That means the value of f has changed from 10.2 to 20.5. So it will take the last value and print the same for us. Similarly, if you want to print a double, use double, take a variable d is equal to 20.44 semicolon. See, it has not given me any error. Let's check out the output. I will be copy pasting again. See, I have got an output of 20.44. So this was floating point data type. Many math functions return double values, so Java uses double as by default data type for floating point numbers. Our next kind of data type is character data type. So char is the keyword for character data type. Take a variable for char, give it a value, put a semicolon. Let's execute the command and see the output first. See, I have got the output as A. See, what I have done here is I have taken a character variable, assigned a value to it. You have to remember one thing while assigning a value, that the value should be in a single quote. It is a must expression. If you forget to put a quote, it will give an error. Invalid character constant. That means it has not received a character value. So remember, while using character type of variable, you have to use single quote sign to assign a value to that variable. Character has a size of 16-bit. That means it has a huge range of character set within it. And as we know that Java uses Unicode system, so you can have a large collection of character set within character data type. Our next one is Boolean data type. So what is a Boolean data type? Boolean data type can contain only two outcomes. That means it can either be true or can be false. It does not contain any other value than that. So when you are using a Boolean type of data type, you have to be sure that you are using it for the true or false option only. Generally, Boolean type of data type is used for conditional and control statement, that is if-else statement or while loop. So let's check it out first. Boolean type of data type, Boolean. Let's take a bool, give it a value of 1. See, what it had given me is an error. Cannot convert from int to bool. And why is it so? Because we have given a value of 1. As I have told you, it can only be true or false. So when you write true, it will eliminate the error. Okay, so let's print out the value of Boolean. See, down in the console window you can see I have got a output of true. Similarly, you can use it for false too. Bool, false, semicolon. When you execute the command, you will get your output as false. So this is just the range and size of your data type and how you are gonna define your data type and how you are gonna use your data types. While making programs, you will be using a lot of data types, so you have to be sure what kind of data type have to be used at what time. So that will be all for this tutorial.